Jingle bells, Batman smelt, Robin laid an egg. The Batmobile lost the wheel, and the Joker got away.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to the Fan Splash Podcast, episode 31, the prequel to our Rogue One podcast next week. We're very excited to do that. And what's this? We have a guest today, finally. Welcome back, Cody. I haven't seen you since the X-Men podcast.
Thank you for having me.
That ran 3 hours long.
Yeah, it was epic.
You did like 3 podcasts worth, so.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I am Jesse Swift, and this is Tyler Hall. Welcome back, everybody. We have so many things to talk about. This was a trailer-packed week, so mostly trailer talk with just a little bit of movie news.
And this is our first holiday that we've done this. We weren't there for Halloween. We were kidnapped.
Oh, that's right. This is our first
and
one.
the
That's
Joker
right.
and Thinbeard did the podcast.
That was very nice of them to do that. So this is our first
This is our
holiday
Christmas
podcast.
episode.
Merry
so,
Christmas,
even
everybody.
though we're not going to talk about Christmas really at all.
No, but
but we got a tree and this shit on.
This is the only thing I own with
it's gonna be
Spider-Man on
great.
it, so it's very special.
So we're going to be reviewing Year Without a Santa Claus and Rudolph and all that shit today.
Yeah, we're only doing claymation Christmas smooth things today. All right, so kicking off, we want to talk about, obviously, it's going to be a Marvel heavy day. We got Guardians and Spider-Man, and there's some other things. But the trailer that everyone here has most recently watched is War for the Planet of the Apes. I want you guys to kind of take over on this one because I've watched the other movies, but this isn't a franchise that really clicks with me. It's not bad. It's a very, very well-made franchise. It's just the premise is lost on me. But go for it, guys. What did you think of the trailer? Are you excited? How much did you like the other two? Tyler.
Well, I like the first one a lot, the Rise of the Planet of the Apes, because it gave a beginning to the Planet of the Apes. Like, the original franchise was like a paradoxical loop, sort of. It never had like a definite beginning because the last film ends, the apes go back in time to when it's like people time, and then Caesar is birthed from those apes, and or something like that. And let me hit you in the face with my elbow.
Just throw the elbow.
And something like that, and then he goes on, and then that's what creates the Planet of the Apes. So the apes from the Planet of the Apes in the future go back in time and then create themselves.
Somehow
That
I
wasn't
got
the original?
Yeah, that was the original.
somehow
Well, that wasn't the
got-
original movie. That was like the third one. They made like 3 of them.
When? It was like 70s
3 or
or
4 of them, yeah.
I got more lost with that explanation. So, Cody, are
I
you a
know.
fan of this franchise, and are you looking forward to War for the Planet of the Apes?
Nah, I'm not the biggest fan, honestly. But, I mean, the movies are entertaining. And I do like how they kind of left time travel and paradoxical beginnings out of this.
Out of
and it's
it,
more
yeah.
of like a revamped, different tell on it.
It's an apocalypse.
Yeah. I grew up with that time travel one and never made any sense to me, even back when I was like 4. I'm like, this is bullshit. I have no idea what's going on. But the new ones are cool. I mean, they're entertaining, and
What'd
the
you
new movie looks good. So
What'd you think of the Tim Burton one?
that one had time travel too in it, though, didn't it?
Well, yeah, he time travels. It's just like the original one. He time travels to the Planet of the Apes.
Did they make a second one of that one?
I thought it was
No.
like Cryo
No.
Frozen, no?
No, I didn't like that one either. Time travel, no, not good.
Is he cryo frozen or what? He thinks that he was transported to the Planet of the Apes, but it turns out he time traveled and it was Earth.
Yeah, not a good one. Not
So.
a fan. Not a fan of most time travel movies.
I've only
They
seen...
always end badly.
You didn't like Paul Giamatti as a ape?
No,
I'm gonna help you out.
no.
That's what I'm gonna do.
It was all ridiculous.
I'm Santa Claus.
yeah, I don't have a lot of opinions. I think these movies are as well made as they possibly... I could not think of any way they can improve these films, for me at least.
Well, so the second one with Gary Oldman, that wasn't the best. It was cool seeing like the apes like fight each other and have like their own internal conflict and stuff like that. That was cool.
What was the dick ape's name? It was like a K.
Yeah, like Yeah, it started with a K, but I don't remember.
I thought he was cool.
It was a while ago. But I mean, I enjoy that one. I only saw once, and the Rise of the Planet of the Apes I saw several times because I thought it was I really liked it.
Okay.
What I can't even remember what the second one was called. What was it called?
Journey to the Center of the Planet of the Apes.
Return Strikes Back.
That's the fourth one that they're making.
There's Dawn and Rise. I don't know which one.
Oh, it's Dawn and the Planet of the Apes.
Right.
Then. Yeah.
Okay, so Rise and Dawn and War and freaking okay.
No, it's Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes,
War for the Planet of the Apes. Yeah, no, yeah. I
don't know. I'm gonna go see it. I'm not gonna. I don't know how much. I don't know if I'll spend money on it.
So I think it looks good for the franchise and what they've given us so far. So let's moving past the monkeys, getting into.
They're not monkeys. They're apes.
Because we're gonna talk about the Mummy reboot with Tom Cruise, and
that movie looks fucking awesome.
I think it looks really good. I was looking forward to it because of some of the casting choices that they did. And Cody, I don't know if you knew this. This Mummy movie is kicking off a shared Universal Monsters movie universe.
So it's going to connect with Dracula and Frankenstein and Jekyll and Hyde and shit.
And Invisible Man, yeah.
Is that the new thing where just everything's in one universe?
Yep.
I don't hate it.
I don't hate the idea.
I liked individual things. I don't like shared universe thing. Marvel I like.
There's
Marvel I like. It's getting a little.
But I almost like Marvel because X-Men's not part of it. Like those are separate.
Yeah, I agree with
fucking the Mummy.
Fucking the Mummy. Well, let's not. Well, Sophia
you
Boutella. So
Dusty.
Anyway. But the casting is the first thing that got my attention. Not so much the Tom Cruise, because I mean Tom Cruise is a pretty reliable actor. Like usually he puts on a good show. But Sophia Boutella, who played Jayla in Star Trek Beyond, and she was the Bladefoot chick in Kingsman. I was like, that's an interesting choice for a mummy. She's obviously familiar with doing action. And then Russell Crowe, you saw Russell Crowe briefly in the trailer. He's playing Dr. Jackal. And he's going to be the one introducing, it seems like, Tom Cruise and these other characters to this world of monsters. Hence why you have that line in the trailer, welcome to the world of gods and monsters. They're not just talking about the mummy.
So is Cruise going to be
He's going to be Emotep.
I don't think that's true.
I think that's what the mummy is Cruise the new
Brendan Fraser?
Van Helsing?
That's what I was going to say.
And I'd be okay. I would be okay with that.
I think he's I don't think
there's got to be something special about him because he survives, at least in the trailer.
What if his last name is Helsing and he's a descendant of Van Helsing?
He definitely dies, right, in the trailer.
Oh yeah,
well, he's a corpse and he comes back to life. So something He's got some kind of power. I'm assuming.
Yeah, I talked about it a little bit in my trailer review. It looks like he's going to be some kind of supernatural hero. There's more to him than just a guy running around. Brendan Fraser.
Dude, I love when they give like some sort of element to Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise is one of those guys. I've never had to say Tom Cruise fucked that movie up.
No, he's been in bad movies, but it's never Tom Cruise that delivers a poor performance in my mind.
Don't get me wrong. He's probably insane. I don't know him personally.
Oh, he's got to be clinically insane.
Legitimately insane. He pays for it.
So I think that looks good. It was just a teaser, obviously, but the action looks really good. I like the look of the mummy and the fact that they're doing female one. They just came out with a report today, actually, that the reason they're doing female is the director said he watched the end of X-Men Days of Future Past. X-Men keeps finding its way in here. And what they did with the young Apocalypse, he's like, oh, that's what my male mummy was going to look like, so...
Oh, shit.
So that's why I didn't do...
That is the reason. Apocalypse, not Apocalypse the movie itself, but the character Apocalypse is the reason he didn't do a male mummy. But if we get Sophia Boutella doing all kinds of crazy windstorms and stuff, that's fine, too. Like, it's not a bad change.
Yeah, there's a lot of... A mummy could be anything.
Sure.
But we're getting Jekyll and Hyde. We're getting Russell Crowe for Jekyll and Hyde. So I'm not a corpse. I'm So, okay, but who's going to be Dracula?
I don't know. I don't know if you guys knew that the Dracula Untold movie with Luke Evans was supposed to kick off this universe, but nobody saw it. It made no money and was critically panned. And they're like, okay, so we're going to try again and spend way more money on it.
This is a Dracula movie?
It's called Dracula Untold, and it was supposed to be the first one in the shared universe.
But it bombed, and they're like, no, that doesn't count. We're gonna.
Oh man,
It's just like how
Green Lantern
was supposed to be the first DC movie, and they're like, yeah, just kidding. This is Man of Steel, and they're like, and some people were like, yeah, we actually like that, and everyone else was like, that's bad, and they're like, okay, well,
somebody liked it.
We don't want to start over again.
So with the Mummy, if somebody likes it, they're gonna keep it going. And I've heard they're doing. I think there's like 4 things. They're doing Wolfman, obviously the Mummy. They're gonna do a Dracula, and I think they're doing like a Bride of Frankenstein or Bride of Dracula. I don't know. They have a few different things in the works right now.
Are they gonna call them those movies?
No,
I really hope they don't.
The Mummy, Dracula.
I hate when it's like
Jekyll and
the
Hyde.
something or like the Bride.
It's not going to be called the Dracula.
I wish it was.
The Vampire. They're going to go by their classic names. The only reason it's called like, I think the Mummy is the only one that's called that. The Mummy and the Invisible Man, right? Jekyll and Hyde is called that because that's their names.
Yeah.
And Dracula is his name.
And
Frankenstein because that's the creator of the monster.
Yeah, Universal owns all these properties, so they don't have to come up with clever names. They're like, we get to call it the original title because it's ours.
Just fucking call it Frankenstein.
No subtitles.
Dude, did you see that Mel Gibson's, what's it called? Hacksaw Ridge got a 10-minute standing ovation.
With Andrew Garfield.
Really?
Yeah. Like,
No, I didn't-
like critics watched it and fucking stood up and clapped for 10 fucking minutes. You
I can't
realize
wait
how
to
long
watch
that
it.
is? Anyway,
Hey, let's talk about things that don't look good.
Right.
Transformers.
Transformers.
Let's transform this conversation out of the podcast.
So, Transformers, exactly what meets the eye. A pile of dog shit.
Yeah.
These are the movies that made people stop liking Michael Bay.
I don't know why.
Do they? Because they make $1 billion. Like the last 2 have made $1 billion.
He needs more explosions.
I mean, people go see them. People take their kids to see them for sure. I mean, the Transformers, like, toy
half the
property
humor
is
isn't even
massive.
kid appropriate.
Hasbro, does Hasbro still own
Yeah.
Transformers?
Yeah.
So it's fucking they get a lot on the capital for the toys, for sure.
I feel like they literally are just making the movies now so that they can come out with toys and not the other way around. Like, we should make
You know
really
what's
good
fucked
movies
up,
that are
too?
based
It's
off of
Batman
toys.
and Robin again. Let's make toys.
Try finding a good Transformers toy. They don't even fucking transform anymore.
Yeah, the old ones are dope.
No.
Oh yeah, they were.
Beast Wars, legit.
Beast Wars was a dope show.
You know what's funny? We talked about Beast Wars on the X-Men podcast that you were on. We were like, I used to watch Beast Wars when I was a kid. Oh yeah, isn't this about X-Men?
Yeah, it's just more of the same. For me,
I like how they brought back like Josh Duhamel and stuff.
the first movie was good. Second movie I liked, and then they just started going downhill.
That's
a
what I
lot of
said.
them, and even the second one, the more you watch them, the worse they get.
Yeah.
Because I remember the second one, I was like, oh, that was fine, and then I watched it again, I was like, not good.
Humor unnecessary, and I'm seeing
Fine. It
dragons
was fine.
Transformers flying around during fucking Game of Thrones dragons. It's just not.
Guys,
Dude,
what are you talking about? This movie is Anthony Hopkins.
The fourth one was way too fucking long. I fell asleep twice, and I still suffered through hours of it.
And they just
like,
forced upon like dinosaur bots, like Dinobots, and they just. Oh god!
You
they just
killed Hawkeye.
They just crammed a bunch of shit into
Hawkeye
one
is our
shit-ass
Kenny
movie.
for this podcast. He'll die.
Oh my
every
god, you
episode.
killed Hawkeye. Bastard.
Not good.
Yeah, I don't know. The second one, like you said, was fine. The third one wasn't as good. The fucking bad guy was horrible. Horrible. The first one is the only one that really, like, it was worth, like, a shit.
Do you guys even remember that Kelsey Grammer was the villain of the fourth movie?
No. Frasier?
Yeah.
No,
Nobody
it was-
remembers that.
Yeah, it was bad.
I'm an intellectual.
Talking about the sniper dude, right?
No, we're
He-
talking
he
about
was-
the Transformer.
Yeah, was he?
No, he didn't voice. He was a human character in the fourth movie. He was the villain of the movie.
Oh,
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
he was a human in it?
Yeah, he was a military or presidential asshole.
yeah, he was the one who hired
Oh,
the
I
sniper.
dude,
guy.
Oh,
Snipebot.
I don't
Yeah.
remember a whole lot
Snipebot.
about it.
Snipebot.
Who was the Transformer bad guy though?
Snipebot.
Yeah.
He had a big ass gun for
He was
a
the
head.
bounty hunter. I thought he was kind of cool looking.
No, he was
No, it was fucking Christopher Lee.
Christopher Reeve. It definitely wasn't him.
Christopher Lee and Lord of the Rings or whatever.
Christopher Lee died like 6 years ago. Is that how old the fourth movie
No,
is?
what is his character in Lord of the Rings?
Sauron.
Saruman.
Saruman.
It was like that.
So Transformers is so terrible, we can't even stay on topic of Transformers because we don't want to talk about it Because, I mean, it's pretty to look at. It's like Avatar, but there's not really a
No,
lot
it's
of
not
substance.
pretty. Okay, so like they're
Dude,
like, look at all
Avatar,
these, look at
dope
these,
looking.
look at these cool Transformers, and then the fight sequence is like right here. Like what parts are fighting right now? Who knows? Yeah. Anyway,
Michael Bay just takes out his camera.
Are we going to talk about? Are we going to talk about the
and I'm just
trailer?
gonna all over the. Yeah, well,
The
what
trailer looked like shit.
yeah.
Did it make you want to see the movie?
As soon as I saw a dragon and it was talking about like they've been around for years, I was like, okay, ran out of ideas. We're going back in time, dragons and
Nazis.
and like, why are they all here? Yeah, very good question. Like intergalactic, fucking
Planetary.
planet traveling robots, and they pick Earth for all of their conflicts, and like they're all their like the artifacts have to be on this planet. And let's just throw Mark Wahlberg in there. So
We have to avoid hitting the
I mean,
table
Mark
a little bit
Wahlberg
because
might.
it picks
Oh
up
yeah,
on it.
hitting the table picks up. on it, so.
no, I just thought it just looked like more of the same. It looked like more of the same. It looked like they cut the first. It looks like they cut the second, third, and fourth movies up, and then that was what the trailer was for this movie.
Absolutely. And last point that I think we want to make about the Transformers trailer is how great that song choice is.
Yeah.
They did the same thing for Edge of Tomorrow. They just and something else recently, where they just like electronic futurize some song that used to be decent and make it like super shady.
The song, if you like, you can't even tell what they're saying because they edit it so hard. But it's that song. It's like, you have the most beautiful face, and I'm like, what does that have to do with Transformers?
Optimus Prime is a beautiful robot.
Like when you use, we'll bring it up later. The song choice in the Spider-Man trailer, the lyrics fit the movie, and this doesn't at all. So yeah, any last thoughts about Suckformers?
No, let's just transition then that way.
All right, just whip our way over to the Spider-Man Homecoming trailer. So getting back up on the up and up for positive trailers. Cody, you said you saw the trailer?
Yes.
Yes.
That
Cody,
didn't sound so sure.
I mean, I watched it yesterday morning in the morning when I got up. Maybe it was this morning. Yesterday morning.
It had to have been this morning.
yeah, because they came out last night, like
The
at
teaser?
the 2-minute one.
No, it's a 1 minute one.
Oh, I think I only saw the teaser
There's
then.
the Internationals minute. So you saw
what did
15
you see?
seconds?
Yeah. That's what I thought.
Pause the video. Pause the video.
God damn it.
Hey, so Cody just watched the Spider-Man Homecoming trailer that wasn't a 15-second teaser, and now he has something to talk about.
Yeah, it's a lot more legit. Makes a lot more sense.
All right, so first impressions, what do you think?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
It was cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that was cool.
Yeah, no, I like it. I'm still processing.
Still processing. Okay, we'll
All right.
give you a little bit of time to process this. God, GD, damn it. This is the Spider-Man that I've wanted since I was 10 years old. I didn't know that I was underwhelmed by the Sam Raimi films until I got a little bit older. And it's kind of like how I've always felt with Batman. I was like, you guys are getting elements right, but you keep not quite hitting what makes Spider-Man Spider-Man. You get either one side or the other. Andrew Garfield had some of it. Tobey Maguire had some of it, but nobody has everything. Damn it, Tom Holland. I think he got it.
I think it was a great choice giving him like a friend, like a high school friend. Not like
That
Harry
isn't going to try to
Osborn.
kill him in like the next movie.
Yeah, because he was, I mean...
Well, you know his fat, chubby friend is going to be the, goblin.
That's that Terry Osborn? All right.
He's going to be the flub goblin.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's going to be the McGoblin.
No, it's good that he's, more Peter Parker-y and more Spider-Man-y. I mean, a lot of this we've said before, like, I loved the Sam Raimi films as they were happening, like when they were the only Spider-Man films. Spider-Man 3 obviously being my least favorite. When The Amazing Spider-Man came out, I was like, oh, that was exactly the first film, except with a different villain.
Right.
And so I'm sorry, I keep doing that, I know. When The Amazing Spider-Man 2 came out, though, then I was like, I love Spider-Man again, and I can't wait for this to continue. So we get this new Spider-Man in Civil War that's actually in the Marvel Shared Universe, and we're like, okay, they made this guy interesting and this guy interesting and all this anticipatable. How the fuck did they make us fans of Guardians of the Galaxy? I
like a raccoon with guns.
Yeah, and a fucking tree that
can
can only
say
say
3
I am
words.
Groot. So when we're getting Spider-Man, I knew that they were going to do it right. But holy shit, this trailer looks like it's just going to be like a really well-rounded Spider-Man film.
Spider-Man versus Batman. When you have Michael Keaton as the Vulture, who... what were we saying when we first found out, I think we got the news that Vulture was going to be the villain for Spider-Man.
We were like, oh, fuck, it's going to be stupid.
It's going to be so dumb.
It's going to be a dumbass movie.
One of the worst Spider-Man villains of all time, and he's had some stupid ones. Like, if he would be on my top 3 list of worst Spider-Man villains. But Marvel and the magic that they can do, I was like, wow, he looks badass. Instantly, he looks threatening. And hearing Michael Keaton's voiceover, like, don't mess with me, kid, I'm going to kill you and everyone you love. A line that every villain says always, but somehow, coming from Michael Keaton, I was like...
Sounds bad.
Like, I was like, oh,
but
scary.
he's saying it to Spider-Man.
Don't hurt Spider-Man.
Don't hurt Spider-Man.
He's giving his best old Batman voice.
Do you have anything, like, what did you think of the old Spider-Man films, Cody? Do you have a favorite in the franchise?
The Tobey Maguire ones I did not like at all.
At all?
Hey.
Like,
not even when they first came out and I was like of the age of like this should be amazing. I didn't like them. I hated him. I hated the way how he was so whiny and emo, and it didn't. When I grew up watching Spider-Man, it was like the cartoon.
The 90s cartoon?
Yes. And so like that was like my barometer for like what it should be. I like this. What was the one before the last franchise?
Amazing Spider-Man?
Yeah. I wish that one was part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I like that one a lot.
They made a bunch of mistakes, and it would be hard to just say like he's been around like 3 years, but the Avengers didn't know about him. This Spider-Man's like, I've been doing this for like 5-6 months, and I'm just now like coming up to be. So there's reasons they did it. And Andrew Garfield, when he started the franchise, was 28, 29 years old.
Tobey Maguire
and so
was like 29.
Yeah, so the longevity of the character, like 10 years down the road, you start being like, he's starting to get, 40. Tom Holland in Civil War is 19, and he looks like a high schooler still right now. And so they can do another 10, 15 years of Spider-Man without having to recast or do anything like that.
Right.
I mean, he has to survive Hollywood that long.
2/3
A lot of people die.
Do you guys know 2/3 of our Spider-Man have been English?
Is Tom Holland English?
Yeah. Tom Holland and Andrew Garfield are both from the UK.
Oh, I did not know that.
And Superman.
I did not know that until just now.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, I think it looks like Spider-Man, like actual Spider-Man. So I really liked him in Civil War. So I don't know. I posted a lot on our Facebook page about this. Like I'm really hyped, but like I'm kind of coming down from the hype, and then just like waiting for the next thing to come out and kind of anticipate.
Do you like how it's kind of like a training supervillain, like a training wheels supervillain? Like it's just this one-off.
Yes.
It's not part of the like.
It's not
Green
like Goblin. It's
the heavens are coming down because they've gotten to that point now where it's like.
So what we think,
every bad guy requires every single Marvel villain or superhero to like stop the villain. It's like a kind of like a little one-off, like his proving ground, and Tony Stark's kind of like stay in New York, don't be an idiot kind of thing.
Exactly.
I like that. And even Tony Stark was like, even this Vulture guy's too big for you. And he's like, no, I want to be an Avenger. Like, I can handle this. Obviously he can't, because we see Iron Man and Spider-Man flying together.
Right. He needed him to fight Captain America. So we think that when they go into space in Infinity War, that he's going to bring back the alien symbiote, and then that'll create Venom.
We talked about that a little bit.
Oh, that he'll turn into Venom?
Yeah, because they got to go up.
I mean, he'll be the symbiote Spider-Man, and then that symbiote goes to Eddie Brock and becomes Venom.
So Spider-Man 2 would be a good place to have Venom, because it'd be after Infinity War.
And then if they do Venom... and
that's probably like after trailer.
They could do Carnage and shit.
Carnage is my favorite.
Yeah. Well, Carnage is actually brutal and cool. And they haven't used him yet.
No. It would have been terrible if they would have... Obviously, they weren't going to do Green Goblin, but we're not ready for Venom yet this early in the franchise. So I think getting, like you were saying, just a one-off villain like the Vulture is a really good, solid choice. The humor works for me. I love what they've been saying about this movie. They said it's a John Hughes... You know who John Hughes is?
No.
He did Breakfast Club and a lot of the, like, 80s high school movies. And he also did Home Alone. No, that's Christopher Columbus.
Chris Columbus. I'm sorry, I got my things mixed up. Well, John Hughes.
Old Home Alone.
Terrible. I should not have gotten those confused. But anyway, so it's a John Hughes Marvel movie, meaning that they're going to properly show high school, and I think they're doing a great job with that and elements of it. And it's like, this isn't a 30-year-old pretending like I'm a nerd. he looks like he probably would have a hard time in school. You know, he's got his... He sits at him and his buddies sit at the table by themselves
Alone,
and
yeah.
alone, and obviously his buddy is probably not the most popular kid in school.
Why would you think that, Jesse? You think people pick
Because
on
they
fat
sit
kids?
alone. No, because they sit alone.
Okay.
Staring
Ob-
at chicks,
but-
talking
it's like,
out loud. Yeah, it's not weird at all.
So yeah, I think that's all I have to say about the Spider-Man trailer. Looking forward to more from it. Absolutely.
I'm just looking forward to more from Marvel because we've been so disappointed by DC this year, and we've got all this promise ahead of us. It's nice because Marvel holds out so much, and I was so underwhelmed by Luke Cage that, like, this is just... It gives me excitement to look forward to.
I can't wait for everything. Black Panther, Captain Marvel, Spider-Man. There's so many good
Guardians
things
of the
coming.
Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy. Let's talk about the Guardians of the Galaxy trailer because we skipped that.
Oh, good
Yeah.
job, dude.
Oh, well, I wanted to talk
That was
about...
the first fucking thing that's on there. That's the first thing.
Well, we talked
That's
with
the
apes.
first thing
We
on
talked about apes. I went reverse order. We talked about apes. I am Groot. We got our baby Groot. I got my baby Groot. Let's talk about baby Groot. Let's talk about Guardians of the Galaxy. I know when Cody was on the phone earlier saying, "Hey, I'm going to come over," and it's like, "Sweet, we're going to have a guest." I heard him say, "Did you see the Guardians of the Galaxy trailer?" So clearly, Cody's looking forward to it, or am I just assuming?
No, it looks awesome. I can't wait.
What'd
I waited. So like, the Guardians of the Galaxy friend when that came out 2 years ago.
Yeah.
2014,
I think.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't see it until this year.
Oh, you just saw it.
And well, no, I mean I saw this last summer, but you guys have been like, dude, did you see Guardians of the Galaxy? I'm like, yeah, I saw it, and like I'd see bits and pieces, but I never sat and watched. I never gave it the time of day, I guess.
Sure.
And I watched the whole thing. At the end of it, I was like looking around the room, like, oh, that's the best fucking Marvel movie I've seen. Like, why did I wait so long to watch this? This was awesome. It had everything. And then when this came out, I watched it, and it was freaking hilarious and
I
awesome.
laughed so hard.
Dude,
so
why
hard.
did you need the leg?
Oh my god, the whole eyeball thing and all that was just great. And then no, I started like also I watched some videos on and read some stuff about like you were talking about how like Marvel made Guardians of the Galaxies. They're like one of the most obscure comics in Marvel.
Comic book fan me had no idea what the hell they were.
Right. And like they made it cool and they made it, kind of integral.
Did you see they threw Howard the Duck in there? Though?
Yes,
Post-credits.
after post credits. I did see that at the very end of it.
I hope George
Smoking a
Lucas
cigar.
is smiling somewhere.
But no, it looks good, and I can't wait. I can't freaking wait for it. It looks freaking awesome.
Dude, that trailer, that teaser.
I feel love.
Oh, I don't.
Oh,
Don't
that,
touch me.
The last one, sexual love, and
Do me!
the whole thing looks.
I
looks
love
really good.
Drax.
You guys got any tape? Like, they had a little bit of this in the first trailer for the original movie, but this movie, like, every shot and scene is quotable and memorable.
So do we just have two different teasers, or is one of them is the first one a trailer and then this one is a teaser?
They are calling both of these teaser trailers. Because I
So
think
what are they? They're teasers?
they're both teaser. One is like a super sneak peek teaser, is like a minute long, and this one's like the teaser trailer. And I think they're starting to call the first trailers teasers because what do we know about the plot of this movie?
They're like first looks.
Yeah, it's like, here is some humor, here's your characters, here's who you've missed, but you know nothing of the plot.
Giant space octopus, which is probably just the opening.
Probably. I think 80% of what we saw is the first 20 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Which is good. I think that's a really great way to do that.
Which the
I think
last
it-
one that was kind of the same way.
it was.
The last
you like didn't see any Ronin hardly or
Right,
anything
yeah.
until the later trailers.
That would make sense for this whole thing. Like, everything's going... It looks like a fight's happening. It could make sense that the film kicks off with them in the middle of, like, some sort of galactic battle.
Yeah, it's like,
something.
here's what you missed. Now these guys, they're recognized. The Guardians are known throughout the galaxy, and they're being sent on, missions. And people are, because they're kind of like, not bounty hunters, but what you call mercenaries. Yeah, they're galactic mercenaries.
Funny thing, Cody, is Guardians of the Galaxy came out around the same time as Amazing Spider-Man 2, and it made more money.
It made like $150 more million than a Spider-Man movie. And that's when Sony's like, so Marvel, we have a proposition.
Fucking Guardians of the Galaxy. Dude, I'm glad you think that was a really good one, because that's like, when people ask me what my favorite Marvel film is, it's hard for me to, because I want to say like, I really like the X-Men franchise, like, just sentimentally. Like, they're clearly not the best films, but just sentimentally, you know, I like them a lot. Spider-Man also, but, like, Civil War, I want to say Guardians of the Galaxy every time. Guardians of the Galaxy is just...
I wouldn't blame you. I like them.
My top 3 in this order is Winter Soldier, Civil War, Guardians of the Galaxy. So Guardians, out of the 13, 14 movies that they've made, is still in the top 3. Oh, God. I forgot about Doctor Strange.
Oh, Doctor Strange. Oh. Yeah, Doctor Strange was really fucking good. Did you see Doctor Strange?
That could be in the top 3, too. I don't know. I don't want to get Guardians.
I thought it was pretty simple. Everyone was saying it was a simple movie.
No, it's not simple. I mean, plot-wise, it's a little simple, but I mean, it explores a lot. It's really good.
Okay, well, awesome. Spider-Man.
So, Cody, you need to see Doctor Strange.
Yes, absolutely.
I got homework.
Now we get to. I said we were going to bring up Logan. The reason we're bringing up Logan is because the first 40 minutes of the film was shown to a big group of critics and stuff, just so people could start getting the buzz going on Twitter and things. They can't talk details, but what I am getting from these Twitter responses is a couple things. This movie is gory and bloody and violent and awesome. And I was like, yes, that's what I want to see from an R-rated Wolverine
movie.
And
it's after the last...
So this is...
Nobody knows what the continuity of these films are.
Yeah, we don't know if it's like split timeline. We don't know if it's after Days of Future Past.
I thought it was like 20 years or something after
if it's 20 years after Days of Future Past,
it has to have been 20 years after Days of Future Past would have taken place. Okay. And Charles Xavier can probably live long. I don't know, he's a fucking mutant.
He's got to be like 90.
You know? Well, it doesn't matter. He's a mutant.
Well, in real life, how old is Patrick Stewart?
Like 70.
Yeah.
It's like catching up to his real age from what he was supposed to be. Like, it's actually more accurate now.
They still had to age him. But the other point...
Better than when they made him young and he looked like he had face surgery on that one.
X-Men Origins?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or when they tried to make him old in fucking Star Trek and they were totally wrong as to what he would look like.
He looks younger now.
20, yeah.
So the other big thing that I'm hearing about... You're an X-Men fan, obviously, so you're familiar with X-23? No, okay.
Oh, wait, is that the girl one?
That's the girl.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
Her name's Laura Kinney. She is a clone. They couldn't replicate Logan's chromosomes or whatever, so then they had to make a female clone of him. And she's got 2 claws that come out of her hand and 1 claw that comes out of each foot. And she's got the same regenerative capabilities and everything. But anyways, yeah, the little girl in the trailer is X-23. Like, 9 out of 10 of the Twitter responses is, oh my god, X-23 is the best thing in this movie. And I was like, that's pretty cool. They said she's vicious and funny at times, and I'm looking forward to... I was worried that they casted too young. I wanted like an 18-year-old X-23 or something.
I was worried that, like, we're looking for R-rated Wolverine and, like, some viciousness and, like, some killing. Like, that sneak peek that we got in Apocalypse that was fucking awesome. I was worried that we were going to get another Wolverine, super boring sleeper movie. You know,
yes, the Wolverine,
because it's the same director, right?
Yeah, James Mangold.
But it doesn't look like that's going to be the thing. So I think it's a good ending for Hugh Jackman.
It's funny that they advertised it like this is what an X-Men movie would look like if it were to be nominated for an Oscar. I'm like, oh, that looks phenomenal, and the music choice.
Is he going to die in this? Is that why it's the last one, or he's just not? I know he's not doing.
They'll probably kill him, but because he's not going to do it anymore.
Yeah, they are.
They'll either recast him or kill him.
I think it's a fair bet that Xavier's done in this movie.
What we're hoping, and there's no confirmation, right? A lot of fans are hoping they start it over. We are hearing
like the whole franchise.
Yes.
Well, yeah, because what's the consistency in this? It's always been Hugh Jackman. If he's not going to do any more after 10 films, then why not just start over? Like, this series started in 2001. Get a good start with, like, good consistency in it. You know what I mean?
It started as almost an independent film. There was no budget in that first X-Men movie. Now you can
and it was fucking good. Like, the first one was good.
Okay, go ahead.
No, I'm go ahead.
I was just gonna say.
No, go ahead.
First Class is my favorite one, and
First Class is a great one. Yeah, but I mean, and First Class could have been even better if they wouldn't have put Hugh Jackman in it. It was a nice little. Oh, I get it. That's funny.
That's funny.
It
I'm
would
Charles
have
Xavier.
It
I'm
would
Eric
have.
Lyncher.
It
Go
would have.
fuck
It
yourself.
would have been so much better if they would have just done a hard reboot with First Class.
Yeah, I think you could have started off and then used James Mac. Okay, no, because then you get Jennifer Lawrence. So I think it's what
That's true.
started over.
Jennifer
That's the
Lawrence
point.
definitely wasn't the greatest thing about it. I really don't like what they did with her in Apocalypse. I think she was fine in Days of Future Past. Anyway, there's problems in here that they can erase if they just started over. But they're trying so hard to like hang on to it, is all I was saying.
Do you think that this generation of people who weren't grown up with like the Marvels and all that stuff, the X-Men, do you think it'll take hold?
If they started over,
I think
for
I
sure.
think some reason that the movies aren't making as much as they are is because the franchise has been around so long. People are like, I don't want to, and they all
2001, that'd be like what 20. It'd basically, if let's say they started the production now, it'd be like 20 years after that first X-Men movie came out.
absolutely.
Yeah. So
So it's like completely.
here's. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, even though there's like not really inconsistency, there is like a lot of things. Like if you watch a movie and you haven't seen the other ones, there's gonna be plenty of things that don't make sense. And I think a lot of the audience is like, I don't want to watch the other 10 X-Men movies or whatever, so I'm not gonna watch this one because I don't know what's going on. So if they did a reboot and it was clear that it was a reboot,
Do you think it would be hard to come up with stories for that? Because they basically they went through like basically the hard timeline of X-Men, even though they fucked it up so badly.
do
in so
Dark
different
Phoenix,
ways.
right?
It was all told. So like, do you think it's like, oh, it's just that movie again? Like,
No, they can. They did. They're doing Spider-Man again, and I'm still excited for it.
Sixth movie.
Yeah, but I mean, but they started it over twice. Yeah. So this is already an established universe. Like the Disney MCU is an established universe. There are way too many films in it to just suddenly throw. Oh, by the way, there's been mutants this whole time.
Yeah.
In it, so we think that like maybe Fox should kind of keep its own thing, and
Except for Fantastic Four, give it back.
Yeah, give Fantastic Four back. But
to what?
To Marvel.
to Disney. Fox owns Fantastic Four. That's why
they're terrible.
Spit out that piece of shit last year.
Oh, I didn't even watch
Oh,
it.
it was really bad. But yeah, I mean, like Fox, that way you could still get the rated R Deadpools and shit like that. Disney will never do a rated R. Like no, that will never happen.
If you want rated R, you get Marvel Netflix.
I'm just looking forward for a fresh start for X-Men, but I really am looking forward to this Logan movie.
Tell me why I didn't bring my Wolverine claws down here.
Because you're a dumbass.
I'm a dumbass.
We didn't think of we had to move the whole set because I wanted to. Hey, let's do Christmas, even though we don't have any Christmas topics. Hey, do you like the Pokeball, by the way?
And the Doctor Strangeness and the fan splashness on the other side. So, do these comments get you guys going back to Logan? These comments get you more excited to see the film, and do you have high hopes despite being disappointed by the previous 2 entries of Wolverine movies?
Oh, you're talking to us. I thought you were talking to the.
I was talking to you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't like Origins as much as everybody hated it. Or I mean, sorry, I didn't hate Origins as much as everybody.
I'm on the
hated
same
it.
boat. The last third's pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean, a lot definitely happens, but I didn't like the Wolverine. It was fucking boring.
Wolverine was just like
yeah, it was
dull
boring
all the way through.
If it could be better than that, then it could be. I mean,
if at best we get a good movie.
I think it's going to stand alone, like completely separate from the rest of the X-Men, like as its own thing.
It's
it's
almost like a
film.
Mad Max future western X-Men movie, which I think is really cool and unique. Do you have high hopes for it, or do you think we're just gonna get another shit in the pile?
I don't know. It's kind of bittersweet because what happens if it's amazingly dope, but
And
it's the last movie?
That's a great.
So
point.
it's like all this shit.
Oh,
and
now you figured it out.
That's what we wanted. Reboot, and we're like, okay, cool. Like,
yeah,
that's why I almost.
Yeah, but then there's like, okay, you got to think of the most frustrating factor is they still want James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender so much that they'll do anything to their fucking movies to keep them going.
If they kill Mystique or change the casting, I'm okay with using McAvoy and Fassbender.
Why don't they kill Nightcrawler or something so that they can't.
I like
they need I know, but they need to do something to Mystique to make her transition back into darkness.
Yeah, and also make her Rebecca Romijn again.
Yeah, recast her. Fuck her. They
Just
really
rebuild
want.
the franchise.
They really like
She's
Jennifer.
Overhaul.
They really want Jennifer Lawrence too, though. They're like fucking in love with Jennifer Lawrence.
She's a shapeshifter. She can look however she wants. Why does it need to still be Jennifer Lawrence?
Right.
That's
Sophia,
a good point.
Sophia Patella.
They
as
should bring
Mystique.
that next time she has contract negotiations. Hey, guess what? Mystique doesn't have to be you, bitch.
Just shifted his contract.
We have transformed the contract. So I think that's our last topic today, guys. We covered a lot of ground. Thank you for any final thoughts on Logan?
No, I'm just looking forward to it.
Looking forward to it, Bub.
I didn't
Did you just
expect
call
to
me
get it.
Blob?
No, I said Bub. Kevin Durand, that guy. We call him the guy you don't fuck with. Me and my brother. Just because, god damn it, dude. Hawkeye.
Oh my god, you killed Hawkeye, you bastard!
I think he's died in the last 3 podcasts.
You know, I was using
Really
Groot
nice.
to hold him up.
Oh,
Yeah, that's.
such as is tradition.
I think in a way Groot holds all of us up.
I just wanted to say one thing real quick. We're going to introduce a couple of elements to the Fan Splash podcast that we haven't before. Yes. Things we haven't talked about that we've always wanted to. So we're bringing in Doctor Who after the Christmas episode this year. We're going to have a Doctor Who episode discussion podcast, and then we'll cover Doctor Who news from there.
Awesome.
Supernatural after the season finale. We will do a Supernatural podcast and then talk about Supernatural news from there. Walking Dead, I think either after the mid-season finale or after the season finale, we'll talk about Walking Dead, introduce Walking Dead elements into there. We have a guest a member of the Fansplash network that really likes the Arrowverse. Maybe we could cover the Arrowverse a little bit.
Yeah.
You do have knowledge of it.
It's not me, but.
So, once upon a time, fucking anything that people watch, you know, like if I've seen it, or he's seen it, it doesn't have to be me and him. It doesn't have to be me. It doesn't have to be him. So
Okay, I want to throw a plug in there real quick.
Your butt?
Stop. For example, please watch some of the content that we have already released for you. As you know, I do episodic reviews of The Flash. I just finished doing a 20-minute crossover review of the 4 episodes that all come together. I reviewed 3 of them. And Flash episode 9, just did the review yesterday, so that's out. Enjoy it. It was the mid-season finale, so I'll see you again on the Flash reviews in January.
Deuces.
All right. Thanks for joining us, Cody.
All right. Thank you for joining us on our Christmas episode. Thank you. Thank you.
How festive. Did you like all our Christmas topics?
Yeah, like
all the
all the holiday joy.
So many Yuletide memories.
It's going to be
funny.
very festive when we see Rogue One next week.
When we started this podcast, there was snow outside, but now the rain has washed it all away. So,
how very depressing.
just like my dreams.
All right, guys, that's it for us. So, for me, Tyler, Cody, and everyone in the Fansplash Network, I am Groot.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it and keep an eye and an ear out for exciting new content. Be sure to follow us on all the social media sites. Twitter is @TheFansplash, YouTube just search Fansplash. We've got an open Facebook network, Fansplash Network. Instagram is fan_splash_podcast. SoundCloud.com/fansplash. You can email us, thefansplash@gmail.com, and Reddit @r/fansplash. Title and end credit songs written by Jacob Hall. See you next time.
May the film be with you. Always.
It's fucking.
We have 18 subscribers. Get in here, Cody.
It's not
Nobody cares.
serious, dude. Just fucking get in here.